Alright. Howdy. I like to make NHL jerseys as a hobby, and I thought, why not document it, have it recorded? I'm currently working on my third set of NHL jerseys, and the next one I need to make is the New Jersey Devils. So I have their colors over here, and I have their logo pulled up in another tab, and I'm actually going to start by editing the logo. Because I want to do something unique, I want to do something different. I don't want to just throw together a Devils jersey. So the idea that I actually was messing around with this a little before starting the recording, is making the NJ white, making the outline red, and then just deleting this inside area. So it'll just be blank, and I'm planning on putting this on a black jersey. And I think that will look nice. But we won't know until we try it. But first, I don't think I'm going to want rounded shoulders for this. I always like the cross laces collar. That one's just my favorite. Oh wait, no it's not. The regular laces collar is my favorite, which is already on. That's fine. So we're going to go to logos. I will have a link for this template in the description for whoever's interested. We're just going to get rid of that. And get rid of that. So we can grab our logo and we will just drag it over. Then we, whoops, didn't want to rotate it. We do want to resize it. Make sure it's centered as best as possible. Then we'll save and see how that looks. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a slight amount bigger. Okay, I'm going to move it a tiny bit down. Yeah, if you don't like me micro adjusting things, then you're probably not going to like this video, because that's going to be a lot of it. I think a little bit more down. Let's do that instead of trying to just do it with the arrow keys. Yeah, I think that looks good. I don't know what that was, Windows, but thank you. Okay. So we got our logo, and now we need to get that captaincy back, which I'm just going to do with a text box. C, and we need the Devil's font. NHL, where's New Jersey? There's New Jersey. What color do I want this to be? Probably white with red like the logo. So we're going to do white. Gonna make this, I don't remember how big I usually make them. 75, I think is good. Whoops. Okay. Didn't mean to make that layer, so we're just gonna delete that. Okay, so we got the C. Layer style, I want to add a stroke of this red. Is that 5 pixels? 10 pixels? 10's a lot. Let's go 7 pixels. That C seems too small. And that's at 75, so let's try 125. That looks a lot better, which means we're probably going to need to make that stroke bigger. So let's go 10 pixels now. 12? Yeah, I like 12 on that. Let's save and see how that C is positioned. Badly. So we're going to want to move it like here. Okay, and I'm going to need to move this down a bit more. And then move this like here. And let's save that. Whoops. No, I'm trying to click on the logo, please. It doesn't look centered, but it's telling me it is. I'm just gonna move it left a bit, because I know it's telling me it's centered, but it just doesn't look it to me. That looks better. Okay. So I always start with the logos, so that's what we did first. So that is good. So background effects we don't care about. I don't know why that's clicked. I didn't mean to remove them. Okay, so now that's all we do with the logo. So let's go to the main jersey. Always start with the torso. So, all I know right now is I want this to be black. I'm not sure what to do with the striping yet. Because New Jersey has pretty basic striping. I think we'll go, like, the double stripe. Oh, hold on. Patterns. No, not a gradient. Okay, yeah. Do I want to go white or red? I think I'll go red. Oh, cancel. We're gonna control C, control V that. Oh, come on. Sometimes it likes copying, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. So I think we go with the double stripe, but I want to put a white stripe in the center of both of them. So a stripe like that, make that white. And we'll try to center it best we can. There we go. Copy paste that for the other one. And let's see how that looks. It looks okay. Something I don't like about this template is like that's clearly skewing down to the right, even though on here it's just a straight line. But I think I'm gonna raise them both up to like there. I do think I like that better. I think they're a little big. The problem with adjusting rectangle size in this game, though, or game, and this is it's pretty annoying. Because sometimes it just doesn't let you change the width without changing the height. So we're just going to go back to the start. Make the first one smaller. Like shorter like that. If it wants to adjust. It doesn't. What? What happened there? Okay, we're just going to make a new one. Delete. So we'll make it like that big, and then we'll copy paste that. We'll put them around here like that, and then we need to make the white stripes. So fill that with white. For some reason, you can only copy paste shapes when you have the shape tool equipped, which is a little annoying. Okay, let's save that and see how that looks. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Although I'm gonna move them up just a slight bit more. Like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the sleeves. So we can close this. Well, we gotta do some other stuff with the jersey first. Like, we gotta make this black to match the torso. We gotta make this black to match the torso. This is just the inside of the jersey, so we're just gonna make that black as well. It's that part up there. The rest of that is fine. So that should be it for the torso. Now we move on to the sleeves. So, black. And how do we want to do the striping for these? I think we make them like a bit chunkier than the ones in the torso, but the same pattern. So CV, okay, why is that not working? There we go. So like here and like here. Let's see generally how that looks before I add the white. I think I'll make them higher. Yeah, I like that. I'm actually going to make them a little less spaced apart. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we need the white stripes. Like that big, probably. Turn white, please. Oh, it's because you're behind it for some reason. Put that in the center. Go back to this. Control C, Control V. Bring this down. There we go. Control S that. How does that look? Looks pretty good, actually. I'm liking how this is turning out so far. So now, I need to look up who their captain is, so I know what number to put on the jersey. New Jersey Devils captain. It's Nico Hischier. So what number does Nico Hischier wear? He wears 13. Cool. So we're going to put 13 on the sleeve. So text. Whee! 13. Let's turn that up to the same as the C, 125. And we also want to add a stroke with that as well. That's not what I meant to click. Am I still on the 13? Yes, okay. So, there it is. I'm blind. Yep, that's good. And we'll put it roughly like there. Man, the Devil's font is spaced out weird, so that looks odd. It might look better once I get the other sleeve. So we are going to... we can close that. We don't need that right now. And no, I don't want to save it. So, we're going to copy all of these layers. Pull up the right sleeve. Make it black. Paste the layers. Is that the same height? No, it's not. So now we need to adjust the height on all of these. I believe that actually is the same height, so I got a little lucky there. So now we just need to move the 13 to the opposite side. I think it moved up there and I didn't want it to. So let's try that and just see how that looks. That still just looks odd to me. But I don't really know how else to do it, because, like, this whole number's odd. I think it's just because of how spaced out the font is that it looks weird. But it is what it is. Okay. So, that's it for the sleeves. So now we move on to the shoulders, which I should actually look for a logo to use for the shoulders. Devil's logo history. What's a good... They don't really have, like... They don't use shoulder patch logos very often. So I might just leave them blank. I'm gonna look at just images for a bit, see if I find anything. I don't think I'm gonna though, so I might just leave them blank. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave them blank. Okay. So that's makes this easier. We literally just change this black, close it out, and save it. And then boom, it's done. And we'll do the same thing. Why am I on background again? To the other shoulder. And then that's the shoulders done. Shoulders are really easy when you're not putting logos on them. But now we need to go back to our laces collar. We need to edit some colors. So do we want the laces to be red? Yeah, I think I like the laces being red. We'll make the rivets white, and we'll make this red. I want to make the whole collar red, so that's what I'm doing right now. Now we need to go to this, make this red, and we need to get the NHL logo. NHL logo, about right there. Nope, it needs to be down a bit. It's still probably down a bit, I'd say. Here, you can close that. That's good enough. And then we're just gonna do white across the top here. Did that not save? It says it's saved, but it's not showing up here. I'm gonna get rid of these guides. There we go. I turned off now. Why is that not showing up? Well, here, I can close the sleeves. I'm done with the sleeves. Why is that white not showing up? It's saved. Is it not far down enough? Oh, no, it was not. Okay. That's fine. And then we need to go to the main color to do the res. Color edge, we just want that to be white to match that top there. And do I want to put any text on here? Because that's kind of hit or miss sometimes. I'm going to try it and see how it looks. Okay, well, we don't want it to be red as well. Go with black. Make this like 80. 80 is too big. Make it like 50. 50 is also too big. Make it like 30. 30 looks fine. So we center that. Oh, that's not the side I thought I was editing. Okay, well, first of all, we need to put this more down anyway. I'm gonna try it in white. And also, let's just change this to devils and make it a bit bigger. Here, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some white down here as well. Just so the whole bottom and top of the collar will be white. It needs to be higher. That might be a little too much. Let's do just a tiny bit less. And let's move this up a couple ticks. Okay. I want to move this up a bit more. I don't know if that saved. I think it did. So, okay. I'm going to do the other side and see if I... Oh, here, we can get rid of that. See if I still like the look of it. The text, and if not, I'll just get rid of it, but I'll probably keep the rest of the color. So, I'm gonna go to the other side now. Make this red. Copy these. Gotta change the text to New Jersey. And we gotta change the text size back down to 30. You can't really read it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just get rid of the text. I don't think it looks good. Or here, I'll try something else first. Just gonna make this say DEV and make it like big. Oh wait, this should be on the other side, I guess. Also, that's too big. Let's try like 45. Not 450. There we go. So move it down a bit. Properties. I want this to be larger, so 600. Let's see how that looks. Okay, no. Well, here, let's change this to ILS. And let's make this like 900. That's still not as much as I thought it'd be. 1500. This might look good, actually. Hang on. I'm gonna move it down a couple ticks. Okay. Let's Control C and put it here. Make this say DEV. Okay, I'm gonna move this one to the right a bit, and we'll move this one to the left a bit. Save that. Oh. It's like really close to me liking it. We'll just move that a bit more right. Move this a bit more left. Save that. Save that. I think I like it enough to keep it. It's unique. It's different. I'll keep it. Why not? Base color, we want that to be red. And then the stripe, we will make white. We'll make this rectangle black, and we'll make the background white. We save that, and there it is. And yeah, that is our jersey. Ugh, I'm really 50-50 on that text on the collar. I really am. You know what? I am going to get rid of it. Just because I think it would look awful on ice. I think as a concept it looks okay. But like if this was an actual game-worn jersey, I think it would look terrible. So I'm going to get rid of it. We're just going to go back to this. Much simpler, much cleaner. And I think this looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with this idea. So I'm just going to export this as a PNG into, where's New Jersey? There it is. Jersey 3. And we'll save that. I think after I get through this final NHL set, I'm just going to do random stuff, but I'm also going to, like, go through everything I've made previously and just, like, talk about it. But we're going to let this export, and yeah, that is my... Whoops. That is my New Jersey Devils concept jersey.